All right, what's going on, guys? It is a new weekend. It's actually New Year's Eve, so like New Year's weekend. Basically, what's going on is I'm going to work on that thing, that piece of junk. It's a 98 Toyota Camry. I don't know if I told you guys about it in the last video or the video previous, but it's actually a really good car. It just started overheating on me, and I thought I knew what the issue was, and I tried like two things, didn't work. So I got tired with it, which is really lazy of me to do, to get tired after doing two things. But today we're gonna try a couple more things. We're gonna start off with the easiest, which is radiator. Fingers crossed that that's the problem. But there is a chance it might be water pump. So hopefully not, because I don't feel like getting into that today. It's not too cold today, but it is kind of windy and it's just annoying. So, but bought everything, radiator, heater core. Oh, the heater core was bad, I forgot about that. But then I forgot to buy coolant. Gotta go run to my work real quick, grab some coolant, and then we're gonna get back here. We're gonna start tearing it all apart. So, all right. So, went, grabbed coolant, got back to the house. Was about to tear stuff apart, and then remembered I need to charge the battery because I had the battery in the Corolla. You can see Corolla is kind of. I'll get to the Corolla later. Had the battery in the Corolla, haven't driven it in a while, battery's dead, so I need to run to my work and throw it on the charger so I can start tearing this all apart. And then what I'm gonna do is come back here and I'll start tearing it all apart and I'll see what's going on, and then I'll drive back into town again and get the battery, and we'll just have to play with it. It's gonna be a lot of going back and forth into town. But yeah, so let me go ahead, got the battery here, and it's not even a bad battery, I just haven't used it in a little bit, so. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and throw the battery in the charger. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we'll be back here and we'll start tearing the radiator out. So we actually got kind of lucky here. I tested my battery with my voltmeter when I was at home, and it came up with 0, and I'm like, all right, I just probably am not using this right. I'm not good with voltmeters. But I went to work and I did the thing. I put the clamps on there, went to go click and charge it, and it said connect clamps, and I was like, oh, that's weird. So I went ahead, I cleaned up the terminals, picked them on there, made sure that they were nice and tight, making a solid connection. It still said connect clamps. And as someone who's worked here for a while, I know that that means that battery was like dead, like completely bone dry, no juice left. So that works out because now I don't have to wait for it to charge. The one little thing that I do have to do is I have to go to another store and pick up another battery. But it's cool. I got it under warranty. It's gonna be fully charged, so it actually worked out. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna pick up that other battery. We're gonna shoot home and start working on the Camry. We got the new battery. I haven't quite started tearing into it yet. I just wanted to give you guys an update. We're back. This is kind of what we're looking at. I know it's really dusty. Welcome to West Texas. Everything is dusty and dirty and gross. The other night I started actually taking it out. I just didn't get the transmission lines down there. So I basically just have to get underneath there, take off the little metal skid plate, and undo the transmission lines. I could probably do it from the top, but it's just going to be easier and safer to do it from the top or from the bottom. So, yeah, that's really all we're going to do. Load her up with coolant, get her started. I'll probably throw the heater core in there too, just while we're at it. Get it started, try to drive it around a little bit, and fingers crossed that fixes it, because the water pump is like in there somewhere. So I've taken the timing apart on this already, but I really don't feel like doing it again. So we're just gonna see how it goes, and fingers crossed this is the solution. So here we are, new radiator installed. Please don't judge, the previous owner did this wiring. It's like wired into this, and this goes down there to a sensor in the bottom that turns the fans on, but it's like goes over here, and then it's like hardwired into this plug and this. I don't know. I think he was having trouble with something, and because of that, he just hardwired the fans. So they just straight up turn on. As soon as I turn the ignition on, the fans turn on, they stay on. I don't have a problem with it. It lets me know that the fans are working. I know that they're always on. I don't really have a need or desire to fix it, and if I do, then I will. But yeah, I mean, it works out pretty good. So new radiator is in. I'm gonna go do the heater core, and then I'm gonna have to start this and burp it and run it through, and it's gonna be a lot. Honestly, I bought 2 gallons of coolant, and that might not be enough. So we're gonna have to see. So I just wanted to update you guys on the radiator being in, and let's get going on the heater core. As you can see by the fact that I'm talking very loud, she started. I didn't have any doubts on her starting. I'm actually gonna move in here a little bit I didn't have any doubts that it would start. I knew it would start. It's actually ridden and driven for a little while. It's just been having that overheating issue. So new radiator is in, new heater core is in. I've got it started. I'm going to try to burp the system. You know, I filled up the radiator, got to wait for the thermostat to open up, and we're going to try to burp the system a little bit, see how it goes, and then see if it overheats. You know, I never had an issue with it overheating here in the driveway, but then as soon as I started driving it, that's when I had a problem with it. So it looks like we're just going to have to drive it somewhere to see. But right now, we've got her running. We're going to burp the system out and really fill it all up all the way with coolant and see if we can get away with just radiator and heater core, because like I said, I really do not want to do the water pump. I gotta take the passenger side front wheel off, take the whole timing cover off, do the whole thing. It's not hard, it's just a lot of work, and I just don't feel like doing a lot of work. So we're gonna do this right now, and I'll let you guys know how it goes.
The next day.
All right, what's going on, guys? It is a new day. It is Sunday. Happy New Year, everybody. We're gonna start off. I did a whole bunch of testing and everything yesterday. You know, got the radiator in, got the heater core in, got everything going, and it's still doing the same crap that it's doing before. So it's probably a water pump. So we're gonna work on that today. It is really nice out. It's like, I think it's like 60 something degrees. The high is like 70, which is crazy because if you can see, and I'm pretty sure it's actually overexposed because of my camera settings. It's actually supposed to be like 70 today, which is kind of nuts. But yeah, so we're here. We might have someone come over and help us out with this. It's not super hard. It's just kind of a lot to do just to change a freaking water pump. But we're gonna start working on this. Got to jack it up, take the wheel off, and get everything taken apart. So we're gonna replace the water pump on this Toyota today, and hopefully that's it. And if it's not, then we're gonna replace the fuel in the gas tank with a stick of dynamite. We're just gonna blow it, so, because I'm done with this thing. So let's see how this goes. I'll see you guys in a bit. It has been a long process. I actually had to go to the store and buy a new impact gun because I haven't been able to find mine basically since we moved here to Texas. I literally haven't seen it since I packed it up in Colorado. So I had to do that, scrounge around, get that. I went and grabbed lunch, did all that. Finally got it all torn apart, got the old water pump off. So here's that for you guys. Thing is disgusting, gross, but I looked inside like the water pump housing and down there, and it doesn't look like any of this grossness is like really caked up inside of there. I mean, there's some like stains of, I don't know what they call it, I think ionization or something. I guess coolant does carry an electrical current, but it doesn't look like super gross. And I went ahead and I took a brush and scraped around in there and then sprayed it out, and nothing much really came out. So, but here's the new one. I'm not going to move it too much because I'm trying to remember where all the bolts are. But yeah, so that's it. We just got to put the new one on now, get the gasket going. I cleaned up the surface, and fingers crossed, this is it. So yeah, that's going to be it. We got everything done, got it all put back together. Timing is correct, everything's right. Got it all put together, poured a little bit of coolant in it, started the car right up. I'm letting it idle. I don't see any leaks. I don't see nothing. But I noticed my temperature gauge isn't moving. Nothing. Basically, long story short, now all of a sudden my entire dashboard is dead. There's no turn signals. There's no gauges. There's no gauge lights. The HVAC won't even turn on, like the blower motor. I can't even feel if the heat is working. Basically, everything on the dash is dead. But I can turn the headlights on, which is the weirdest thing. And it still dings when my door is open, which is really obnoxious. But everything else is dead. So I can't even go for a test drive and tell you if it works. This car is really being a pain, which sucks because it's a solid car. These Toyota Camrys are known to be really, really good, solid cars. I don't know why it's acting like this, but it is. So we're just going to clean up for tonight. I'll work on it sometime this week or next weekend. I really can't tell you. This car's pissing me off. Maybe we'll blow it up. Probably not, because it's one little thing after another, and I know that you guys understand how that stuff works, but it's just the smallest little thing. But we're just gonna have to keep on moving on. So anyways, that's gonna be it for this video for this weekend.
you know, I'm going to start doing, I'll record it over a weekend and release it the weekend after. So when you guys are watching this, hopefully I'll be working on it and maybe figuring out what the actual problem is. Recording another video, and hopefully by the next video we've got the thing working. Maybe by the next video we'll have this thing working. Good old Lola. I don't know what's wrong with her. She does start and run, but something's going iffy about the transmission. Yeah, so that's it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know that this one was only me, and it was just basically just me getting pissed off at a car that's not working. But hopefully you guys are liking the content and you're liking the new filming style, the new editing style. Hopefully it's all working out for you guys. So if you do like it, and even if you don't, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. We are trying to get to, I don't remember how many subscribers we're at right now, but I'm hoping by the end of winter, I think I'm at like 130. So maybe by the end of winter, we can get to 150. You know, we'll just start making quick little goals as things keep going on. Then we'll keep getting going with these project cars. I've got plans for the Lexus. I do, I promise. A little bit of a secret, but should be coming to fruition here soon. The plans for it. So, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. So, anyways, that's for this week. I really hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you on the next one.